Welcome to supermarket Alexandros Yiorkadjis.
Yes.
I hope you're having a good time.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's a very nice opportunity.
Is it your first visit or have you been here before?
It's my first visit to the country and to the art fair.
And you're part of the AC gallery.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit about the gallery before we talk more about your artwork?
Yes. It is a non-profit organization founded in Athens. The founder is also in Cyprus. So his name is Yorgos Taxiarchopoulos. And we met and he spoke about his organization and about the planning of this exhibition with some Cypriot artists and some Greek artists. So I said yes.
Yes. I have to say it's a very ambitious project you have.
Yes.
And all the artworks seem to have a profound history behind them. What is your medium that you work in?
Yes. On the sculptures that I present here, it's both made in a foundry with the technique of lost wax. They are metal.
Yes.
They have been casted in metal with the technique of lost wax. One, it's a big aluminium piece.
Yes.
Which I made in 2013, the prototype in Italy. I studied in Italy and I was living in Italy. Later it was, this piece was exhibited in Cyprus and the casting was made in Cyprus, the aluminum. The other piece is a bronze piece and it was casted in Greece, in bronze. So I transferred it from Cyprus to Greece to be casted there. Yes, a lot of my work is about the multi-dimensional nature of the human being. The different layers of existence, from the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. So my biggest challenge is how do we actually can present the non-physical with sculpture.
Yes.
Put it in a code, in a figurative code that can exist in sculpture.
Well, I would say that your work has there is a existential dimension because there is a movement. There is a reach. You reach out from the sculpture. Would you agree with this?
Yes, very much so. Yes. In general, in my work, there is movement, a lot of movement.
It's expanding, but there is also a finish to it.
Yes.
Which is a well, controversy in terms.
Yes. Yes. I like the term controversy because part of what I try to express is actually how can we bring subjects that need to be transformed in this case. So to give space to the more difficult concepts. This was about integration. The first time I tried to express this concept of transformation. So in order to transform something, first it has to be acknowledged, to bring it to the surface. So this is also a discovery for me, diving into this research. It's been a long research. I learned new terms. One of them is integration. Integration, which is to become conscious of aspects that need to be transformed and become integrated in order to be transformed. So in one part of the sculpture we have this concept of circularity, this vortex, the emotional body of different emotions that come together. and on the sides you have small symbols of prayer and meditation as a code of the most spiritual aspect, and behind you have a state of expansion. The figure behind is presented in the negative space. So regarding the aspect of non-physicality and also the space from within. So an invitation to go within and expansion, the integration.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And how did you find an interest in casting and this kind of sculpture?
Yes.
Where did you find how did that start for you?
I was very fortunate that I started very young with sculpture. A friend of family is a sculptor in Cyprus, and from a very young age I entered into his laboratory and I saw classical sculptures.
Yeah.
So I knew, like from 8 years old, I was doing classical sculptures. And in my studies, I always wanted to go to Italy because of Renaissance, and also because I like the figurative, but also the contemporary aspect. How can we bring the figure also in the contemporary in a way that the challenge for me to create a code that can communicate beyond cultures, and that has a freshness that remains, that is actual. So this language for me is emotions, as a language of that transcends social programming or beliefs. It's like states. So how can we express states of being? So this this sculpture is interesting how it came to be, because I was working in classical studies.
Yeah.
So in the academies of fine art we had classical studies, and in the afternoons in my studio I was working with casting.
Where was this?
In Bologna.
Bologna.
It was in Perugia for 1 year. Then I found out that you can transfer to other academies. And I make a big research to different academies. And at that time, Bologna was the best for what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
For the laboratories, because it changes. Not every academy is the same, and not every year is the same. It depends on the professor.
Sure.
That it's,
And the dynamics of the class also, yeah.
Yes. So when I was there, and I liked, I was searching someone who had also the technical knowledge to create sculpture, because unfortunately in a lot of academies that I've seen also professors who didn't have the actual knowledge how to build the sculpture, the techniques.
Yeah.
So that was a surprise for me, actually, to go in academies of fine arts and not find the basics. So where I was, it was this old sculptor, and but he was open-minded at the same time. So it was a nice marriage of the classical and the contemporary.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Now a lot of my work is also, there's a performance to it.
Is there? How so?
Because I work with casts on the body, trying to capture the emotion. So the person that is being casted has to enter in a state. If you try to do it only with muscles, after like few seconds you lose it. You lose the control of,
Sure.
of the facial muscles. So we have to go into a long preparation to have references in the mind that we can keep the expression emotionally to return to it. Because when you have materials in your face, you cannot breathe, alginate in the mouth that comes. There is a challenging aspect to it.
Yeah, I understand. You have to be very well prepared to capture the emotion and
the emotions,
the moment.
So I'm very happy because in the piece that we have here, we collaborate with a model that could do that. Mostly I use myself because of this factor.
Sure.
Yes, but in this case it was with another model that was able to express this and to also overcome the challenges that come with a long process of creating this kind of work, which it's casting the prototype is with acrylic resins, and then we send it to a foundry to make the foundry work, the aluminum. Yes. So it's a monumental actually process. It's months of work.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
And do you see there's a lot of political interpretations of your work? Because when you work with existentialism, the link to the political world is very close, wouldn't you say?
Often I see that most people try to have a reference, to put something in a reference in order to categorize it, to give it a place. So very often I can see that it comes to spirituality, like to religion. So they associate spirituality with a certain religion directly. Where what I try to do is about states of being. And to be able to speak about these beings, this state of being.
But in a more universal way, maybe.
Yes.
And not specified in one religion, but...
Yes, in an existential level. So it's a long process that I do about existence through many works, different subjects. After I completed this piece in 2013, I dived more into the concept of transformation. I wanted to go deeper and to see how do we express it in our culture and in general, in humanity. How does humanity, what are the structures that we have that speak about transformation? And I didn't knew that it would take me 10 years.
No. And you're not finished yet, are you?
You never finish, but I managed to have a point of that I can speak about, so a category. So part of it was very interesting because the research took me from shamanism, where transformation happens in a group setting.
Sure.
And some mechanism, the merits also of metaphysics and spirituality, which is a big taboo many times. Not easy to talk about it.
No.
The metaphysical aspect of the spirituality.
Yeah.
And the processes, the mechanism of it. That's what I find more interesting. It's like a science behind it, which is actually people who manage to control their states during the ceremonies. Like the first thing is not identifying the person with the problem in a shamanic setting. Mm-hmm. And then there's like layers, if I can say, of density. If we can try to categorize the states of being, we can say expansive states, which that is usually through gratitude, which then becomes veneration, and it's expansive, or it becomes the contrary, which is layers of division. Usually it has many layers to it, but we can say that usually one state is the lower aspects of the division are aspects that try to take from other. So it's divided also from the self, but also from the environment, from other. And usually in those cases is aspects of greed or aspects where people, the well-being, they try to acquire it from outside sources. So that can come out of balance. And the most high is it's also some techniques that we can talk about. It's one very famous, it's heart-mind coherence. So it's specific techniques, heart-mind coherence, where it's a balance of the mental with the emotional. In the heart, they found that in the heart there are actually brain cells in the heart.
Really?
Yes. So it's also the biggest field in the body.
Yeah.
So the heart also has its own intelligence.
Emotional intelligence also.
Yes, emotional intelligence. So that is, and what I found is in all the research, the heart is very important. From the shamanic traditions, they also talk about the heart and calming the heart, returning the heart, and how you can open the heart. In the most modern shamanism, that is not, it's with one we can find with the cacao ceremonies. They called about the go to glow meditation, which they focus again, they drop the consciousness from the mind in the heart, and they start to generate gratitude consciously with breath work. So it's and this start to create a specific states of expansive states. Then this can it's a process. It's layers of layers of layers. This goes then they combine it. Other traditions they combine it with breath work, like tantra with exercises. Okay. So balancing the energy, moving the energy in the body with the consciousness, and I find this very interesting because usually we don't associate consciousness with actually emotion. How can we consciously create states? Another person that I found in my research is Joe Dispenza.
Sorry, say again?
Joe Dispenza.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
John Dispenza also speaks about the quantum states, which is, it's like decoding spirituality. Spirituality no longer it's expressed like something that we don't understand. It's like techniques that he actually measures the brain waves and how we can, it's correlated the brain waves with the states, emotional states.
Yeah.
So in many traditions we have the brain waves, like and how with breathing they change the brain waves, like alpha, beta, theta, gamma. Theta it's more meditative states, gamma it's ecstatic. Mm-hmm. And so through the process, through different techniques, they decoded this concept of spirituality. So it's like a technique, a mechanism that everybody can access. It's no longer something mystical. It's like a mechanism.
Yeah.
And I find it very interesting because when I did that sculpture in 2013, I wasn't conscious of all this. It's after 2013 I did the research and I found different references regarding these subjects.
And that was going to affect your process quite a lot, isn't it?
A lot.
And if I meet you in 10 years, I'm sure your work will look quite differently.
Yes.
If you work with continue with the shamanistic ritual breathing and heart and coherence.
Awareness, yes, the consciousness.
Yeah.
Yes. So after that I did a very big sculpture. I was closed in my laboratory for 4 years and I do a monumental piece about shadow and transformation of the shadow. How can we transform it? So it was a big analysis of it. That sculpture is entitled Vibrational Ego Trip. Maybe I can show you images later. And another one which I've never exhibited is about the will to evolve, the awakening of the will. So one goes up towards the highest frequencies, and the other one goes toward the more dense with the will to transform it. So yeah, that one is, the analysis was again through the shamanic ceremonies, but also through different cultures, through visiting Orthodox monasteries. I was born Orthodox.
Yes.
So I wanted to see through the different traditions how they work regarding these subjects. And also something that I find one of the most accurate, not accurate, more deep like catalogs of consciousness, we can say, is from the Jewish tradition, but it predates the Jewish tradition.
Okay.
It's the Kabbalah,
Yes.
the tree of life, which is like Sephiros, which every Sephir represents the state of consciousness. And there's also the same reference, which is called the tree of knowledge, the Klipoth, which is the shadow aspect of the first one.
Ah.
So, and it is a very old symbol, very, very, very old symbol. So, this research about the different densities, it's the most accurate template that I found, where actually it's expressed, trying to express, and the relation between them, and the metaphysics of it. It's a lot of information. Yes.
Yeah, very exciting. Really glad you came to the interview, and we look forward to seeing more of this work in the future.
Yes.
Thank you
Great.
very much.
Thank you.
Alexandros.
Thank you.